welcome each and every one of you, to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies. Do not deny them listening to this hallowed platform, please. Our leader is the indefatigable Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who our enemies are working steadfastly in order to make sure that our leader is relegated to the background. My goodness me. Our enemies are working. You understand? But our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, remains our supreme leader, the indefatigable leader. He is still in the enemy dungeon. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily renditioned since 2021, more than 2 years now, from Kenya to Nigeria, while having British passports. British passport as a British citizen, naturalized citizen. Do you understand? But Britain is playing prank. They are playing political game. But we will never relent. And remember that the court of competent jurisdiction, the appeal court of Nigeria, has discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he committed no crime. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should never stand any trial in any court of law in Nigeria. That he should even be compensated. But Nigeria being a banana republic, Nigeria has refused, the Nigerian government has refused to obey their own court order. They have refused to obey their own court decision. And you continue wondering, if a government will be so, bananial, let me put it like that, will be so irresponsible as to disobey their own court order or court verdict, why then do they have to bring somebody in a court? It's a very pertinent question. If they know that there are some decisions they will not accept, why then do you bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the court? Why? Why? That is the country that Britain formed. That is the banana republic formed by the giant zoo formed by Britain. Remember, I used to say this, and it's a historical fact, that Britain tried this in Asia to form a very big giant zoo, Asia giant zoo, called India. But those people, they are knowledgeable, they are wise. They restructured themselves before having flag independence. And today India is doing very well. Do you understand? They refuse to be what Britain put them to be. But in the case of Africa today, Africa is living as the Europeans stationed us to be. Africa still continues maintaining everything concerning the Europeans, concerning the colonial masters, everything they put in place. And how do you think that Africa will have a respect? If not what is happening today, you have coup d'etats in different countries whereby the people are tired of being where they are. But I'll come to that later. Therefore, as I said, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition. Remember that on the 5th, being Saturday, in the next 3 days, Mazi Chinas and Woro will be here in this hallowed platform in order to address Biafrans, please. In order to tell Biafrans on the state or address Biafrans on the state of affairs in this struggle. Therefore, we will continue preaching this gospel. It doesn't matter whose ox is broken. It doesn't matter. We must continue preaching this gospel. It is a very huge fight, but it is a fight of Kanu. It's no more the type of fight like 1967 to 1970. No. This one is more sophisticated, more complicated, everything involved, both soft and hardware, all are involved with brain, much more brain power and tactics. That is what we are doing. Because there is no going back. We have no back to go to, please. Therefore, I once again welcome each and every one of you to today's edition. My name remains Mazi from Alu province of Biafra land. Today, I'm going to talk on current issues or current affairs in our land today. What is going on in our land today? You know, many things are happening. Many things are happening. And we will continue. We have seen how some African countries are engaged in bringing down the Western puppets in charge of their lives. You know, they look at it as fun. When CNN is talking about African countries like Niger Republic, they announce the Niger Republic, always they put that stigma, which they always put. Oh, it's the poorest country, or it's the second poorest country in the planet Earth. And it's fun to them because it has been like that, and it should be like that. So people should not take action. People should never react. People that are being castigated, people that are intimidated should never react. You should remain poor because it is your trademark. And France, America, the Europeans, they are exploiting everything. Do you know that Niger Republic is the largest producer of uranium in Africa? And the 7th largest, if not 6th or 7th in the whole world. Uranium. You know that? Do you know that France depends on uranium for their electricity? In short, 1/3 of French uranium all comes from Niger. You know that? And they are selling it also. But Niger is not benefiting. The same way, when you come to Biafra land, our natural resource has become a curse to us. Do you know that? It has become a curse. It is just like a giant carcass. A giant carcass that anybody can come and do what? Take a pound of flesh or many pounds of flesh. So they don't care whether people are dead. It is even to their advantage that the indigenous people are all dead, so that the natural resources will be for them. Do you understand? But when the people rise up in order to try to grab back what belongs to them, they will be stigmatized. They will be castigated in BBC. They will be called names in anti-democracy in CNN. American government will be calling for them to be annihilated, to go back to their puppets, their puppet governments that are intimidating them. You know, like one of our brothers used to call these people, these politicians, prison warders. I use this word today, prison warders, keeping African population in prison for the European or the Western exploitation. And they are happy to be giving us money. Oh, they need aid. Give them. When you talk about aid, they are giving things that are at the age of expiration. Many of the things they are giving to Africa is some of them are expired goods, expired foods, expired medicines, things that are even remaining maybe a few days to expiration. They send it to Africa, let them eat and die. Time has come for Africans to wake up. To wake up from slumber. The cradle of civilization, which is Africa, has become a laughing stock in this world. We should never continue like this in this status quo. Where they have done it, the West have intimidated us, has conned us to the extent that we need to react because we have nothing to lose. You understand that? We have nothing to lose. We have no respect in the streets of Europe. In the streets of America, blacks are nothing. In Australia, in every Western country, nothing. We are not respected anywhere in the world. Why? Because they are running our lives for us. And we are keeping quiet. We are maintaining peace to our own collective detriment. But time is changing. Because everything that has beginning must have an end. Let me go to this news headline first before I come back to what I was saying. I have this news headline that said, how Nigeria police army personnel ripped off over 600 billion from Southeast residents through illegal roadblocks. Are you hearing it? Is it today they started talking about this? The answer is no. We, the East. Because when you talk about the blockade, it's also it's the whole of East, both Southeast and South. You understand me? We are regarded as a conquered people because we also help our enemies to conquer ourselves for them. That is the worst part of conquest. You understand? When we help our enemies to conquer us. Today, Abon-Mawaf is not working. I could remember the stories of my father used to tell us about Abon-Mawaf because he was living in Port Harcourt, Iguacha before the war. Oh, about everything is Abon-Mawaf, the wharf. But they tricked our own people, Igbo people, there, in order to fight against Biafra. Thinking that after they will be treated differently. But today, they are even worse. The Abon-Mawaf has been closed and they are crying like chicken, rats. Come and open Abon-Mawaf now. We follow you to defeat Biafra. Just 1 second. When you help your enemies to pull down your brother and kill your brother, you will live at the mercy of your enemies. I don't know when we shall understand this. Abon-Mawaf has not been working since after the war. Normally, people that help in order to conquer their own brothers, they would have rewarded them by making the Abon-Mawaf work. But they know that the caliphate know that these people are Igbos, so they are stupid. So they closed the source of income. And they took our land, they make our riverine area as a desolate place. The worst polluted environment in the whole world. Do you know that? The Ogoni, the riverine Biafra, coastal part of Biafra land, is the worst polluted part of the world. Is the worst part. The worst polluted part of the world in this planet Earth. No, maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know. What do you gain by selling your own brother? Now, let me read this a bit. This is a report, a factual statistical report made by International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, Inter-Society. An estimated 2.8 trillion naira was extorted at gunpoint from residents of southeastern Nigeria by various security agencies in 3 years between July 2020 and 2023, according to a report by the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law. Since 2020 till today, 3 years now, 2.8 trillion naira. Do you know how many billions of dollars? Do you know how many? More than $1 billion. Do you know if this money has been used in infrastructural development in the southeast? Do you know where it will lead us? Do you know the roads it would have built? Do you know flyovers it will build? Schools, free schools that people will be going? Do you know? Skills acquisition centers where people will be going to learn trade. Do you know that? Electricity, $2.8 trillion. These are the money that have been scammed, taken from Igbo people, from people in the southeast at gunpoint. It is vividly written. And I know now pushing, now asoku. You know, the worst thing you can do to a people is to relegate them into individual survival. I don't know how many people can understand, can think deep in what I'm saying. I want you to, critical reasoning is needed here. The worst thing you can do to a people is relegating them, sentencing them into individual survival mode. That is why anything that our people enter, you know, we are like locusts. Look at what is happening. Content creation, prank. Everybody wants to be part of it. People that are natural inventors, people that are natural scientists, because of individual survival, we have been relegated to individual survival mode. Dog eat dog mode. Survive at all costs. No organization, no government presence. Now do anything to survive. That is why we are a dying race. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me say it again. We Biafrans, we Igbos, we are a dying race, for your information. If not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if not for IPOB, what IPOB is doing in order to rejuvenate us, to revive us. You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said something that they asked him, are you not afraid of what you are doing, that you might be killed? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, what am I afraid of? Can a dead person be afraid of death? That he is dead already. Only the coming of Biafra will resuscitate him. Maybe sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes we took, some of us took all the words or sentences, great words as entertainment. And you understand? That's why I hate when you call this line. Mazi, I'm enjoying what you are saying. Am I a comedian? I hate that. Oh, Mazi, no, I just relax. We are enjoying you now. You are not here. Are we comedians? Are we in Night of Thousand Laugh, where you are eating your ngwongwo? Just pay, come and sit down and we continue entertaining you. Here calls for critical thinking and action, so that you reason deeply in whatever that is being said here in this planet, in this platform. Not enjoying it, because that is what I see. Our people, they enjoy, they enjoy talking. Nah, you sabi talk. Oh, nah, Hey, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that man can talk. And you want him to continue talking in perpetuity. Now we used to enjoy your speech. Now are you so you are indirectly calling him a comedian. Come and continue entertaining. Oh, Mazi Jonathan, now I used to enjoy you. If you tell it to me, I will insult you because we are not comedians here. We are not content creators, as Mazi Jonathan always say. We are doing. This is a life and death issue. We are in a serious business. Therefore, anything you hear on this hallowed platform, think deeply, have a reflection and retrospect, make your researches in order to arm yourself. Not enjoying now we enjoy you. No, we are not doing things here to to satisfy people, to make people happy. No. If you want to feel like that, go and watch all these so-called pranks and content creativity. You see them. This is where they are. They go Facebook. A time will come, Facebook will ban even Africans. Whether you have your admin in the overseas, once they hear they watch your content, they will not pay you. Time is coming. Because in here, the Bible will look us. Anyway, I agree, repair the thing. We are a people sentenced to self-survival, private individual survival mode. It's very dangerous. It kills a race, for your information. When there is no organization, no everybody survive, even if you eat your brother's body and drink his blood. So just survive. That is what Britain has sentenced us through the caliphate. Nigeria is killing us. Look at what a whopping this is an estimate to what they saw, the one they could see. 2.8 trillion naira being extorted from Igbo people in the southeast, Biafrans, only in the southeast. 600 billion in 2023. Illegal. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? Imagine that we are organized as a government, as our own people. None of these checkpoints. Every money will be channeled to developing our country. Do you know what it means? Do you know that all these checkpoints, the politicians and they are there. They have shares. During NSAS protests, we understand. The roadblocks in Biafra land are being sanctioned. They have the politicians, governors, senators, local government chairmen. They have share in what is happening there. That is why even if you fight so that there will be no roadblock, do you know what they do? They will remove the military. Will now become armed robber. They will activate their armed robbers to start tormenting people. So that they will say, people will start shouting, oh, no be on a pursue roadblock. Make them come back, police roadblock, if not to collect our money, no problem, but make we they save at least. They collect our mobile phones, so armed robbers full everywhere. You don't know that this is what government, this is what they do. For you to, bring them back. You will be clamoring for them to be your savior. Do you understand that? It's a ploy, it's a political ploy. People should understand how all these things work. This is what they are doing in IPOB, what they are trying to do in IPOB. They kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu incommunicado and surrounded him with people that will be giving him nuisance as information. Do you understand me? They surrounded him with people that will be his siblings will go to him and start talking about money. Hey, hey, they want to collect money. They want to collect, the DOS say, hey, they want to bank money. They money. Nah, this thing. Onyendu, you see that coordinator is our own man. He want to protect money. But the DOS, they have removed him. So what do we do now? The money is not safe. Or everything, money. Nah, hell. If they are talking, the DSS, you know, the wall everywhere is bugged. They are here. If you say you are whispering, they are even writing. You are writing something. The DSS, they know everything. There is no secret there. It is a secret police. Secret police. Do you understand? So they are enjoying it. They are enjoy. They want to use problems scatter the head of the son of man. Onyendu. Different. Nsogbu na-awụrụ nsogbu. Hey, they want to take your position. Oh, hey, you know, hey, DOS. Hey, Chike doesn't say now he's the leader. Oh. So let us do something before tagoro. Hey, now this family. Hey, you cop him so that they will be furnishing him with the garbages. I say garbages. And the DSS, they will be laughing. They are enjoying it. Hey, this one say I'm his disciple, and he's sit at home. There is no sit at home. They made even our leader to put something in writing, which is normally abnormal. But because our people cannot reason. They want to push the son of man into even going to the extreme. And the DSS are doing what? They are enjoying it. The Nigerian media will be hollering, hey, Simon Ekpa, is he not the prime minister? Is he not the factional? They are hyping the news. I want the people to understand what is going on. You know, I used to say it, Igbo people, we are not sophisticated in politics. We are not sophisticated in thinking. We are just straightforward, one way. We don't. So this situation is giving me concern, and that is why we make mistakes politically. We make horrible mistakes that is putting us in a quagmire we are in today. Why? Because we are not sophisticated in thinking. We are not sophisticated. What the Nigeria DSS is doing, they keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, first of all, they hype the news of another faction of hype. They promote that thing. They promote any pronouncement he made. For you, they will come in a way that they are fighting it, but it's a promotion. They are promoting it. Do you know why? So that it becomes now a formidable challenge. I don't know whether people understand what I mean. Something that is nothing now, they made him something. They fly the kite and it hook up. And everybody start talking about it. And before you know it, they want to impose a type of leadership that is not needed in our life as Biafrans. Do you understand? So that they will relegate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's influence to the barest minimum. And they can now harm him, do away with him. And even in case, if a problem too much, they will say, okay, we're gonna go take on a referendum. Do you understand? Okay, organize a referendum to stop this confusion. The ensuing confusion. Let me tell you, what I'm telling you is intelligence. Intelligence. You understand? All this hyping. Oh, sit at home, no sit at home, sit at home, no sit at home. It becomes the talk of the town in Nigeria, Nigerian news. There is something they want to achieve. Or there are things they want to achieve. First of all, they want to bring somebody, bring up nothing, a piece of shit. They want to bring him to the limelight. Do you understand? Now, relegating our leaders' influence to the background, relegating IPOB's, IPOB leadership influence to the background. After now, they will harm our leader or do away with him. in the ensuing conflict, because there will be extreme conflict, they will now say, oh yeah, I'm on attack on a Biafra. Because let me tell you, the caliphate, they don't care allowing us our Biafra. But okwe hụrụ isi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ihe ha chọrọ. Na ọrụ na enwegodo isi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nye ha Biafra, no problem. They want to, in one way or the other, to give us Biafra without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the way to achieving this is all this hyping. They say there is another faction that says it at home. Is IPOB? No, it's not IPOB. It's not. And now, yeah, we're in here. Now, I know this guy, this thing, to the limelight, or larger than life. Politicians are sponsoring all these things. Do you understand? So that little by little, how say that for them, that they went a crack my IPOB. Oh. Agazi na-aga n'ụlọ nga na-agwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na enwezi ihe ewo. Enwezi ihe ewo, enwezi onye na-enye order, so you need to compromise. Or ha mee ya something. In the ensuing problem, ha sizie ngwa, please take your Biafra, as long as ha ewepụgo onye ha chọrọ iwepụ. So that Biafra will turn to Southern Sudan. Do you remember? I want the people to be reasoning. Go back to Southern Sudan. Do you know their supreme leader that fought and fought, respected by everybody in Southern Sudan? Do you know his name? John Garang. At the eve of giving them freedom, that was when they killed John Garang. Let me tell you, this is a wicked war, though. Do you see the West? The West, they don't. Do you know the luck the West have? Europe. During their own time of development, they don't have any superior power, or any superior power, or people that develop more than them. So they were just at the apex. You understand? And that is the luck they have, or they had. But in this our own time, we have influences. We have people that don't want us to even be alive. Talk less of organizing good government. You see Europe. Oh, Chineke. You see that Europe is the old serpent. Do you understand? They don't want anything in Africa. Let me tell you, the evil. I don't know. I don't know how to bring some things out from inside. The evil the Europeans committed in Africa is so enormous that they are jittery. They are so afraid to see that we rise up, because they believe that even if it takes 500,000 years, that Africans rising up and developing, advancing, that they will go back to haunt them, the Europeans, because they committed the horrible crimes against humanity. And they continue committing today. That's why, that's why they are happy whenever they mention African countries as the poorest in the whole world. Just watch them, the way they say it in BBC, the way they say it in Fox News, the way they say it in CNN. Just watch it, the way the expression, look at their faces. Look at their, press conferences of the European governments. Whenever they call Africa, the third world or the underdeveloped or poorest countries of Africa, just look at them. They are happy. It makes them happy. It makes them feel God. They are God. Do you understand? To Africa. So they are pressing us down. They don't want us to rise up, because they are afraid that if we rise up, that we are going to have an endless war with them. So they want to curtail it by keeping us below forever. But do you think it's easy? Nothing lasts forever. Do you understand that? They want always for you to be begging in the streets of Europe. From Lisbon, Canary Islands, down to Finland, to Sweden. You understand? To Germany. Every part of Europe. You go there, you declare asylum. Now you always bending down to them. seeking for their help. It makes them feel that they are your God. Do you know that? You know, looking for you, pursuing you, that you don't have paper. You know, it makes them it makes them feel fine when they are deporting you, put you inside a aircraft like a monkey. It makes them feel. Look at the policemen. They feel that, you know, it gives them joy. They want us to remain in this condition forever. It gives them joy when you go and start lying. How this and that you are to be given asylum. You lie. They know you are lying, but at least they enjoy it. At least, you know, at least one of their, a European parliamentarian said that Europe has built a garden. Europe is like a garden. All other places they have invested in building a garden. So all other places are like the zoo or jungle. And every animal in the jungle wants to come to the garden. So they love it when you come, you marry, you try to, at least you beg their old ladies, marry them in order to get paper. You know, it makes them feel happy. You understand? They will, first of all, anytime they want to deal with you, they will ask you, the lady, do you let us deal with this your monkey that you might say no. It makes them feel happy. He can say yes on. They pressure her. You want us to deal with him? It makes them happy. When you are striving to get their visa, it makes them look like, oh, that heaven you are talking about in the Bible and Quran, that you want to go there. It makes the Europeans feel that they are your gods. Don't you know that? Do you know only the non-refundable fee being paid in African countries to European embassies every blessed day? Do you know that? Do you know what it means? Do you know how much it is? I want you know, do you know how much the Europeans are making every blessed day? From visa fee, it's not refundable. Some places, out of 100 visa applications, they only can give you only 5% or less than. But that 100 have paid the visa non-refundable fee. Do you know that? Do you know they are ripping us from all round? All round. I say all round. And they are happy. This is a world of exploitation, for your information. If you never have this mentality that we are in an unjust world, a world of exploitation, where the lion feeds on the zebra, if you never understand that, know that you are not, matured enough, or can I say, you are not enlightened enough. You understand? So you should understand that. Now they are ripping us all corner. We are paying the Nigeria police, they are ripping us. Every Sunday, I say every Sunday, every day we also, after giving your own to giving to police, military, custom, now we go to churches and give to them. You understand? Do you know how many billions also you give to churches from Southeast? Do you know how much? Not talking of the whole Nigeria, where the most Christians are Igbos, are Biafrans in general. And they rip you there too. You pay. All around we are paying. In here Mugu, we are 360 degrees Mugu, paying everywhere. We pay in church. We pay to the police, to custom. We pay to the embassy. They rip us everywhere. We go to Yoruba land, we pay. Land in Murtala Mohammed Airport, you go and book for hotel. You pay, you stay. Instead of landing in your land, no, you land. Maybe you are waiting for your container and you don't have a house where to stay in Lagos. You have to lodge in a hotel. You pay. You are paying. We are 360 degrees Mugu, paying. Always paying. Always paying. That is a society being sentenced to individual survival. That is one successful thing. Britain has done us or done to us through the Fulani Caliphate. Oh yeah, everybody, yeah, go and survive. That is why you see our people, everybody is praying for his individual survival, individual progress. Now, wow, I pray my God will help me or me. Only me, me. Everything is about individual. Me, I, me and my children. Oh, my personal experience with Christ. They push you into having personal experience, not communal experience. No. Things have fallen apart. Oh, I'm telling you. Sometimes I look at this, I say, Lord, how do we do this? When are we going to repair the damage that has been done to us? When? How long will it take us? Sometimes you want to be discouraged, honestly, but as a student of history, you say no. Rome is not built in a day. These are processes. The Europeans, no matter that they were the alma mater in this our modern age of revolutions, but it didn't all go very easily for them. They fought wars for centuries until they come to where they are today. That is what we are going through, and we shall never be discouraged. Let me make it clear that, look, the leadership of IPOP is formidable. You know, some people are asking, I've been listening, reading comments and listening. Many people are asking, why are we attacking, why is the IPOP attacking Aloy Ejimako? You know, today will be exactly, because I saw the memory, today will be exactly 2 years. On the second day of August 2021, I interviewed Ejimako. And I asked him this question. In that interview, I have the clip with me. I asked him this question. I know why I asked it, because I started reasoning it right from time. Every time they were pursuing a Jofo, they bombed his house. Sometimes they ambush him, shoot on his car, only to kill maybe his driver or any other person to meet his absence. They have been pursuing him to kill him. I asked Ejimako, in Aloy Ejimako, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, in that interview, I said, Barrister, have you been threatened or menaced as you are representing, as you are a lead counsel or special counsel, not special counsel, to Mazi Onyendu? Sorry, I don't know where the noise is coming from. Let me see whether there is static noise or what. Please, can I confirm, because I'm seeing from my dashboard whether I am coming out here. No, there is this static noise. No. Let me see. Normally, people that help in order to conquer their own brothers, they would have rewarded them by making the Bonma Wolf work. But they know that the caliphate know that these people are Igbos, so they are stupid. So they closed the source of income. And they took our land, they make our riverine area as a desolate place. The worst polluted. And you want him to continue talking in perpetuity. Now we used to enjoy your speech. Now are you so you are indirectly calling him a comedian. Come and continue entertaining. Oh, Mazi Jonathan, now I used to enjoy you. If you tell it to me, I will insult you because we are comedians here. We are not content. I mean, life and death issue. We are in a serious business. Therefore, on this as our own people, none of these checkpoints, every money be channeled to developing our. You know what it means. Stand. Okay, organize a referendum to stop this confusion. Stand. All this hyping. Oh, sit at home, no sit at home, sit at home, no sit at home. Becomes the talk of the town in Nigeria, Nigerian news. There is something they want to achieve, or there are things they want to achieve. First of all, they want to hype, bring somebody, bring up nothing, a piece of shit. They want to bring him to the limelight. Do you understand? Now, relegating our leaders' influence to the background, relegating IPOB's, IPOB leadership influence to the background. After now, they will
Who created Al Qaeda and unleashed them on the Middle East and on the Sahel? CIA and NATO. There was no ISIS before we destroyed Iraq, before we destroyed Syria, before we destroyed Libya. That wasn't a thing. This is why people are flying Russian flags when they have a coup in Niger. They are rejecting a president who is pro-French and pro-American. They are rejecting neocolonial shackles and the West. And then, of course, they're going to go look elsewhere. They will look towards Russia and China, towards the competitors who treat them as equals.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. I hope that my voice is coming out clear, which it is. Yes, I don't know where the static noise started emanating from. That was what I have been checking, but I didn't see nothing. Only to off and on back, and the things are become okay. You know, sometimes all these electronics could be funny, but we must continue. Today is, as I said, today is the second day of August 2023. Tatabo Boche Afo. We must continue. As I was saying, I think my voice is coming out clear. Yes, there was noise, but my voice is coming out clear now. I don't know. It might be all these things that wires and maybe when things are branched, I don't know. But the most important thing is my voice is coming out clear right now. So we must continue. So as I was saying, they relegated us into individual survival, individual surviving mode or survival mode. Go and look for fear for yourself. Do not think for your neighbor. That is why we fool everywhere, including religion. We fool churches. We fool everywhere, asking for individualism only. We don't have time for organization. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came in order to mobilize us, in order to turn us to be a people, a family that we should be. Yes, it is better now. Thank you very much, Mazi. So, we must continue in what we are doing. So, as I was saying, we should go back and have a retrospect because they are ripping us from all corners. The Europeans wouldn't like their Mugu to open eye, to rise. Do you understand me? They want to continue, for us to continue living at their mercy all the time. We run to Europe, we run to America, and we cry, in seeking asylum, we are crying for them to help. No, no, no. In my own land, the government, they are corrupt. They are taking over everything. They don't give citizens anything. And you are always begging. It makes them feel fine. Don't you know that? When we try to rise up in order to better our own lives, the Europeans, they come, they say, no, you must go back to the status quo. That is what they want to do in the Niger Republic. What they want, because, France now said, Mali have done, Burkina Faso do, Guinea do, pursuing away their France government from their land. And where they went is where? Niger Republic. Niger has a vast land, desert. Now they reach there. France has their military there in Niger. America has their military in Niger. Different other countries, Western countries, have their military in Niger. It become a testing ground where the Niger government doesn't control, not even 1/3 of the land. So they have their heyday, the West. Anything they see in the land, they take. Uranium, they are taking away, free of charge. They are happy calling, Niger the poorest country in the world. But as the people rose up and said, no, enough is enough, the Europeans, they say no. They are trying now to use Africans to fight Africans. Do you see the way they colonized us? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten West African Frontier Force? They went to Ghana and organized Ghanaians, organized even Hausa people. For your information, Fulani, the first military, they used them to conquer Lagos. White people use them. It's exactly what they are replicating today. Do you see the reason why Joe Biden said, I will work with Tinubu? Have you now seen the thing is coming out? Where they can keep him as the chairman of Ecowas to threaten a people that wants to remove themselves from subjugation. They say, no, you must go back to the status quo. Continue remaining poor that you are. It is good for us, the Europeans, the Americans. Do you see the world we are in? I saw a video of where the French, the Niger, one Niger minister, is a minister of finance. They say he has to account. The military junta, they told him he has to account for all the stolen money during his tenure in 48 hours. Otherwise, they will kill him by firing squad. That's why I love the military. They don't give a damn. And the man broke down. They said, see microphone, talk. Oh yeah, what do you have to say? Talk. He cannot talk. He was shedding tears. And untouchable. Maybe he married 15 wives, maybe. And maybe have houses in America, in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, in France, in Belgium, in different European countries. That's how the Europeans, they are protecting them. And they say it's democracy. Let me tell you, the worst thing the Europeans did after leaving office is to leave Africa with this their charade they call democracy. Do you see the reason why Joe Biden congratulated Tinubu? Where they know that what happened in Nigeria is opposite of democracy. You see the reason? Because they have to use them for their dirty job. You know that? The people you call democratically elected governments in Africa, most of them are Western stooges. They work for, before you come into office, they will meet you secretly. Their secret service will meet you and give you the timetable, the menu you have to follow if you want to enter into that office. Do you understand me? And they will do it. And you think that it is your PVC. Today, I think the Ecowas, some Ecowas country, because it's not all, that gave Niger report, the junta boys, the military junta, 7 days in order to restore their so-called democracy. Democracy that is favoring the West. Let me tell you, before in the 40s, 50s, before the Cuban Revolution, there was a president, a so-called democratically elected president in Cuba. Cuba was practicing so-called American democracy, American imposed democracy. Do you know that? Go on. When you study history, you will never be deceived. Cuba, they were in democracy, electing presidents every 4 or 5 years. Oh, America was praising them, but all of them, they are American puppets. Cuba, we are poor. The Cuban population, we are very poor. You understand? Whereas the political elites of that time, Batista and his cohorts, the political cohorts, they were bastardly rich. They were eating and drinking with Americans. Because America put a policy, their democratic policy in Cuba to make Cubans very poor. A time came. A man known as Fidel Castro rose up. He said, no, this thing shouldn't continue. This so-called democracy, what is a democracy whereby the people are suffering? What? And he started talking to the people through a short-wave radio. He ran into a bush and started talking to the people. That look, the way you are, just like the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At first, they neglected him. They downplayed Cuba. Fidel Castro. They say, which kind of madman is this? I beg. Batista will laugh with his American counterparts supporting American masters because they were in control of Cuba. Take Zaco. All of them. They were in charge of refinery. Everything is for America. Whereas the people were poor. Go and make your researches. What prompted Fidel Castro in order to have a revolution, stage a revolution in Cuba? You understand me? And the people, at first, the vile men, we are coming, jobless men, we are coming to join Fidel Castro. Let me tell you, people you call vile people, and the people you call jobless people, vagabond, they are the bedrock of fighting for revolution. Do you know that? If channeled in the right direction. Because they are the first people. They are the victims of the society. Number one victims of the society. You understand? They will join. Say, this society that turned us to be what we are today, we want to change it. And they joined Fidel Castro, and Fidel Castro fought. Before they know, he have taken over Havana and drove away the president, the then president Batista. America reacted by giving sanction, which is still today, still on today. They are, what baffles me is this. This West, they don't want any other country to advance like them. Oh, they are using this, democracy is against democracy. This is a word, a mantra they are using for subjugation, for your information. This is the word, scam word, democracy. Oh, maintain democracy in Niger Republic. Now I ask, what has democracy brought to Nigerian people? Has it changed their life? Had it made it made the difference? Had it changed the fact that 80% of Nigerians, people of Niger Republic, don't even have electricity? That more than 70% are living beyond the poverty line. But they are in democracy, and America is enjoying it. Europeans, they are enjoying it. If people want to take back their country, the Europeans say, no, you can't do it. You have to remain poor. Remain as we condition you. Who are these monkeys? Remember Haiti. America, the West, put Haiti in the perpetual, quagmire they are in today. We are everywhere. Gangsterism is what is reigning in Haiti. Port-au-Prince, in the capital, and Haiti. Virtually no government. But they will not tell you all this thing, that it is the work of the West. When people want to come out and develop and advance like others, they say, no, you must go on our own time. That is the world order they have put in place. Very, very satanic. Very, very satanic. They will be preaching democracy. Oh, democracy. This is a scam word they are using in order to put everybody on their knees, mostly Africans. Ask the Americans. Saudi Arabia is one of their greatest allies, number one allies. Do they preach democracy there? Does Saudi Arabia practice democracy? Why are they not preaching democracy or forcing democracy into them? But when they come to Africa, people that are pliable, people that everybody hates, people that should be slaves forever, they say, no, you don't have to make your choice. We have to put our choice for you, because you are not a human being enough. You are half a human, so you must remain the source of our raw materials. Africa should remain the source of our raw materials for the West. But the time is up. I am telling you. I put it on my timeline, Jonas Raphael, on Facebook, that they are trying to create a Ukraine-like situation in the Sahel, in Niger Republic. Because now they are using Ecowas, so-called Ecowas. Macron, he gave a strong warning that they will respond strongly to the attack on their embassy in Niamey, in Niger Republic. You understand? Now, they don't want to come direct. Because if they come, send their white soldiers to come to African land now to fight Africans, it will mobilize black race all against them. So what they are using now, brothers against brothers. They now go and rally their slaves. Ecowas president, Tinubu, Kofu Addo of Ghana. This one of Ouattara of Cote d'Ivoire. All of them. Excluding few countries that are trying to liberate themselves now. Excluding Guinea-Conakry, excluding Mali, excluding Burkina Faso. And they warn them that, look, you should never try what you want to do in Niger Republic. Otherwise, even Algeria sent a warning. Do you know that Algeria fought a very brutal war against France? Because France wanted Algeria being part of France. They wanted to make Algeria a settlement colony. Do you know that? That is what they made Algeria. They didn't want to leave Algeria. They fought a very if they go and study the history, very brutal war. That is why, if you come to North Africa, the highest haters of France is Algeria, for your information. Do you understand me? They hate France with reckless abandon because of what they did in their land. France tested different types of nuclear bombs in Algeria desert, in Algeria, disfiguring people today. All these things you don't know. All these things you don't know. These are the people that brought you religion that you accept, that they want to lead you to heaven. Sometimes I say, they brought you a fairy tale. People that will kill you, people that don't want you to live, even in this world. How do you think that they want, if there is any heaven, they will go there to start dragging it with you? We are all of them, they are chief. Saint Michael is a white person. Saint Benedict, white. Saint William, white. Saint Elizabeth, all white. All of them, they will be in heaven waiting for you to come. But they cannot give you visa. For you, an ordinary African, to travel to Europe, to Germany, you see how you pass, what you pass through. But they want you and them will be in heaven. Pretend no and this beacon. Beacon. I'm not using beacon. Pretend no. Because in our Obaziaka, it's no more ordinary. I'm telling you. What they do, you still trouble on us. They want us to be subjugated forever. But here we say no. Look at how easy for them to call Niger Republic a very poorest country in the world. But it's practicing democracy. You ask, what has democracy brought to them? What? Who created Al Qaeda? Is it not America? They created ISIS. All these things are agents. They create all these things. Now they come as savior. Oh, we want to fight. That is what the military boys of Mali saw, and they say no. Yeah, and this our politicians now pay with all these Westerners. No, that they cannot bear it again. Something that made them to commit suicide and take over power by all means in a country that is being controlled virtually by France. Do you know that the whole Francophone countries, their aerial control is controlled by France? They call them ASECNA. Do you know that? It's controlled by France. From Mali down to, I'm talking about sub-Saharan Africa or Francophone Africa, not North Africa. No. Northern African, they don't give that. They are white people like them, so they don't give a damn. They treat them with respect. So, is sub-Saharan people living on beyond the Sahara. You understand? From Mali down to Cameroon to Central Africa is the A borders are controlled by France. For you to understand, they unleash terrorists. Now they come and say, we are the savior. People say, hey, you are savior. Now Malians, after Malians saw the secret, these military boys saw that, look, where France built their headquarters, their garrison, military headquarters in the desert of Mali. That place, thousands of kilometers square, they round it up. You cannot enter there. What is underneath the ground? They are digging gold, digging different rare earths. I say rare earth. Some minerals that you cannot even think about. That is rare in this world. They are digging it, flying it every day to France. Now, we are fighting against terrorism. Sometimes I say, how can somebody get power in order to do something? I'm telling you. Because these people, they have done, the worst part of it is that they institute the so-called politicians that are dancing to their tools. They are using them to hold Africans hostage. Look at Tinubu. Tinubu has come now. Or is it not democracy? Tinubu has come. He's in charge of Nigeria. Is it not democracy? Is it not democracy? So he have to be there, a drug pusher, to be used by America, by Europeans, because they know he's behind. They know all his secrets. So they use that secret in order to manipulate him, as they use the secret of Azikiwe to control him. That is blackmail. Do you understand? That is blackmail. And today, they want to go to war. They will supply them weapons in order to go to war in Niger Republic. But Algeria, Guinea Conakry, Mali, Burkina Faso, they are warning them. Say, if you allow Oyibo to use you against yourself, that West Africa will be gone. Look at what is happening in Ukraine, oh, and get sense. Look at what is happening in Ukraine. You see the president of Burkina Faso, born 1988, very young. He said, why is it that anytime the people take over, remove all these agents of the West in their various countries, they will be sanctioned by African Union. They will be sanctioned by Ecowas. Where we are there when these people are squandering with the support of the Europeans, with the West, and the people are suffering. That is the question they should answer. You understand? When in Nigeria they made the English language compulsory in our school system, but agriculture is optional. Physics is optional. Chemistry is optional, but English language is compulsory. You must learn it. How do you see us? Is a country under subjugation, a people under colonization. Where English language should be optional, whether you want, if you want, you education. A people under colonization. Where English language should be optional, whether you want, if you practice democracy, why are they not preaching democracy or forcing democracy into them? But when they come to Africa, people that are pliable, people that everybody hates, people that should be slaves forever, they say no, you don't have to make your choice. We have to put our choice for you, because you are not a human being enough. You are half a human, so you must remain the source of our raw materials. Africa should remain the source of our raw materials for the West. But the time is up. I am telling you. I put it on my timeline, Jonas Raphael, on Facebook, that they are trying to create, as I was saying, they made the English language in our educational curriculum. They made the English language as compulsory, but agriculture is optional. Which means you must speak grammar. Do you see how they put us into a quagmire? How they put us in a situation whereby we should lag behind forever. Let me put it like that. A world of exploitation. What the Europeans are doing in Africa. What they are doing in Africa. Thank God that Africans are rising up from the grassroots. I'm not talking because things must germinate from the grassroots. Therefore, as we are moving on in this struggle, there are many things that are coming on. You understand? As I was saying before the problem, the squeaky noise, people are asking, oh, why are you attacking a lawyer, Jimako? That barrister, or so-called barrister, I interviewed him exactly 2 years today here on this platform. I was saying that story before. I asked him, Oga Barrister, don't you feel threatened as you are the special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? He said, no, why should I? So I said, okay, so you feel free anywhere. He said, no, he go to any place he likes of his choice. He move around, no problem. He lodge in any hotel in Abuja, in any part of the country. So you have no problem. You don't feel menaced. I kept quiet. I said, okay, I understand. Now, but his colleague has been, pursued everywhere. Assassination attempts. Now, why? I said it is what I've been asking myself since that time, even before I raised the question. I said, but why? Does it mean that there's something? What is that thing? But today we are seeing it. I mean, you didn't know that IPOB have beamed the such light on him, and the whole bad movements they are making. The whole bad movements they are making. People, I know, in a struggle of this caliber, it is not something that is uncommon. It's not uncommon for such thing to happen. It is normal to have infiltrators everywhere. People that come for money. You understand? Yes. He brought the news, handwritten letter, which might have been written some time, given to him long time ago. But because of their personal feud, now he have to come out now. But where he committed abomination is when he granted an interview. First of all, before he talked about there was something he said after he said one Mazi Chike Doziem. I read that in obituary, I'm telling you. I say, so this man doesn't know that Mazi Chike Doziem is the head of the Directorate of States of the indigenous people of Biafra, a whole worldwide movement like this. You are talking about just one Mazi Chike Doziem, calling him one Mazi Chike Doziem. Do you need a soothsayer to tell you that there is something wrong with this man? And he came and started talking about the followers of Simon Ekpe's followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Excuse me? You are client. You are client. You are talking like that for if you are really a lawyer. He is not an IPOB member. There are some questions that should be thrown to him. As a wise person, anything concerning the IPOB, we say, no, I'm not in a position to comment on that. Because I'm just a lawyer representing so person. I am not in their group. I don't know. Simple. You will talk and they ask you about IPOB, which you don't know nothing about. And you venture, start talking. That is where you bring problem to yourself. You understand me? We should be careful. This movement is a bulldozer. It's a moving train. No, you see, this movement is above one single person. It's above one person. No matter who the person is, it's above the person. We are no more, because people have died. You understand? People have died. This movement is above one person. That is what we should know. Therefore, any person that is talking about IPOB, whether you're a lawyer, you should know your place. There are questions that should be asked to you. For you not to attract to yourself the wrath of the people, you say, no, you clarify yourself. Do not venture in things that you are not allowed, that you shouldn't, where you shouldn't go. You don't go there. Because the head of the Directorate of the Indigenous People of Biafra is Mazi Chike Doziem. It is well known. You understand? There is no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu disciple or follower. No. He is the head of the Directorate of states of the indigenous people of Biafra, the highest office after the supreme leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our supreme leader. After him, the head of the directorate of the states of the indigenous people of Biafra is Mazi Chike Doziem. That is how it should be. You know, there's something I see with our people. That's why I call ourselves, we are primitive. What we are trying to do is to revive and start practicing removing ourselves from this primitivity in IPOB. We are people that don't know hierarchy. We don't respect the hierarchy. You understand? Because in this modern world, in a world of advancement, there must be a leader. All those things they tell you is lie. That is lie from the pit of hell. It is done. These are mantras used in order to undo us. It is lie from the pit of hell. If we don't have king, how are our people organized to fight Britain? Ekumeko. They say they were, they were members of secret society because Britain, how these people came to be. So we are answerable to our spirituality. That is where we are formed. You understand me? I was watching one of all these is it content creation? Somebody will just carry something at the back. Just like a horn, he will formulate a horn on pinama, mpi on pi atono. He will wrap a red cloth on it, just something to resemble anything juju. He will hide it and carry microphone and say, hi. Please, how are you? Do you have a boyfriend? He say yes. Or do you have okay? Have you cheated on your boyfriend since you are with your boyfriend? The girl said no. I'm a Christian. No, I can't lie now. Oh yeah, so you have not cheated? He said no. He bring out that thing. He say hold this in swear. The person will run. Say no, I cannot swear. Now I started wondering. I say something that the people fear, that can make people to speak the truth. Now, Oyibo come through religion and tell us that this thing is evil. Don't you see that they broke us? How could you our backbone? Do you know that, the only thing that people should fear is law. And these our deities are like law. It's law in our land. If people cannot fear anything, now there will be anarchy in the country. But Chineke, I don't know whether people understand what I mean. I'm telling you, because sometimes when I see things, I read different meaning on it. How can you bring out something that you say, okay, you will ask somebody, do you do this? You say no. Swear, Bible says he swear in the name of Jesus. I swear nothing. I didn't do it because he's not afraid of it. Do you understand me? Now you bring our traditional juju. Let me call it like that. Our juju. Oh yeah, swear. He start confessing. Say, okay, no. Let me tell you the truth. I did it, but forgive me. And that thing you said, that thing is bad. That is evil. How dare you? Sometimes I'm saying no. We are. Emirayaro. Is it not that thing the people fear is something that will bring sanity? Do you understand me? Is that thing that should bring sanity? If it is developed, it is something that the people will be afraid of. Now people will be truthful. People will now will not do bad thing because of the fear of what we have. But they come, they destroy it. They say it's a demon. And when they bring it, say no. Hey, I don't want to see it. I'm a Christian. I don't want. But I'm not going in that way, in that line. I don't want to digress. But we need to remove ourselves from the shackles of Europe. It is not only talking. I'm telling you. It is not only talking. Do you understand me? It is not only talking. It needs action. We need to remove ourselves from the shackles. But what we are bringing is awareness, creating awareness to the population, to all and sundry, those that are hearing my voice. As Africans, we have suffered enough. Biafrans, we have suffered enough. We should be at alert. This brouhaha they are bringing in our land every time. Oh, we are on the spotlight. Southeast, southeast. Oh, they are kidnapping. Oh, they are this. Sit at home. Now, do you see that the campaign for Lotawano, for Biafrans to come back home? Do you see that they are trying to drag this, relegate this campaign to the background? With all this, oh, no, sit at home or no sit at home. Do you see one thing? Do you see how the caliphate works? Our people have been responding, coming back home to invest. Now they told their agent, their stooge, this is their agent in Finland. They say, oh yeah, start this, so that there will be katakata, so that in order to stop this coming home of Igbo people to their land, to invest in Biafra land. Don't you see? People say, nah, hey, nah, I sit at home. Nah, I know they go. Instead, let me stay here. I beg, it's better for me. Now. This is what they are doing. But do you know that insecurity in the north is far more worse than what you think of? Kidnapping there, they wipe out a whole village every time in the north. And you will not hear it in the Nigerian media. They will pretend as everything is okay. Do you know that the bandits, the Fulani terrorists are controlling swaths of land in many parts of the north? They don't tell you that. They kill people, they wipe away villages every day in many parts of the north. But it doesn't create media brouhaha. No. But all the focus on is southeast. Oh, no, sit at home, no sit at home. Oh, this is now the new leader of Mazi, the indigenous people of Biafra. Oh, this is that. All this in order to throw us off balance. All this in order to promote who they want you to promote. You understand? There are sophistications in the way governments work. But we are watching. We are monitoring everything. You understand me? We know what they are doing. I will stop here. But know that we need to remove ourselves. They are ripping us off from everywhere. In our land, through the military blockades, they are ripping us. Through the churches, they are ripping us. Through everywhere, they are ripping us. Is it bad? Is it a sin to say we want to be free? Is it a sin? Is it a sin that we want referendum? Is it a crime? No, it is not. But unfortunately, we are living in a world that is full of evil, that is controlled by evil, greed, where the haves don't want the have-nots to come up. They don't want the have-nots to have. That is the world we are living in. Where America wants to be, they wants to, be the head, the richest. If you want to come up as African, they will bring you down. Go back. Go back to where you belong. Instead, we dash you fish. Oh, we are giving them egg. Oh, they need egg. Oh, they are dying of hunger. Oh, what do they call this? This man, the richest man, is buying every Nigerian organ in advance. Bill Gates. Oh, he's bringing agricultural produce to Nigeria, to Africa, to help them. But all these are genetically modified foods, products that changes your nomenclature so that you continue acting irrational. You understand? Changes your nomenclature so that you continue, generations coming, we continue, will be acting like Ndimkoro. If you are talking one thing, they are reasoning another thing. Everybody is focused on money, money, money in our land. It's very absurd. Not wisdom. Because when you have wisdom, now money will become a byproduct of wisdom. You don't know that? As a people, you first of all look for wisdom. And after, money will become a byproduct of that wisdom. But they made our people to lose focus. I'm going to stop here so that I will open the lines so that people will call and give their views on the current affairs, please. But before that, I will go on a few minutes break. Please do not go away. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Move away from its western closer to Russia. After the coup in Niger, the BBC said there are concerns Niger could move away from its western allies and closer to Russia, like its neighbors Burkina Faso and Mali, who've both pivoted to Moscow since recent military coups of their own. No, you mean that they're sick of France occupying them and they want their country back. There, I fixed it for you. See, Niger is a country famous for its uranium. When we talk about neocolonialism, this is one of the best examples. The French are heavily dependent on nuclear energy, and 1/3 of French homes are powered by uranium that comes from Niger, the Eiffel Tower even. Meanwhile, in Niger, 80% of the population do not even have electricity. France needs Niger's uranium so much, and yet Niger is the second poorest country in the world. How is this possible? Because the French are robbing them blind, taking and giving pennies. French neocolonialism. So do not be surprised when people in Niger are chanting "À bas la France," down with France, and flying Russian flags. African countries are sick of being robbed. They are being independent. They are choosing to pivot away from Western colonizers because they see the Russians and the Chinese do things by the book. They are straightforward with you. Whereas we in Britain, in France, in Europe, we have a history of lying, cheating, and stealing. That is our legacy in Africa. And yet the BBC and CNN, they want you to think that Russia and China are debt-trapping Africa, like as if we didn't. They speak about African leaders as if they are children, as if they are stupid, like they don't understand what's good for them. Oh, they need the white man. They need Western troops and Western corporations to come and save them. Really? Yeah, I've seen this film before. People are so desperate to run away from the wars, from the plundering that we have inflicted on Arabia, on Africa. They are risking their lives. They risk perishing in the Mediterranean Sea, in the English Channel. But apparently they're the invaders. You see in Mali, you see Central African Republic, Sudan, and others they're soliciting Wagner services because France and the US can't get the job done. France and the US come put their military bases in Niger and Burkina Faso and Mali, and they say, we're here to save you from ISIS. Who created ISIS? Who created Al-Qaeda and unleashed them on the Middle East and on the Sahel? CIA and NATO. There was no ISIS before we destroyed Iraq, before we destroyed Syria, before we destroyed Libya. That wasn't a thing. This is why people are flying Russian flags when they have a coup in Niger. They are rejecting a president who is pro-French and pro-American. They are rejecting neo-colonial shackles and the West. And then, of course, they're going to go look elsewhere. They will look towards Russia and China, towards the competitors who treat them as equals. It's not that difficult to understand.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct at Abobocha for the second day of August 2023. Therefore, before I open the line, there is something there's one just news headline I want to just read. Please, one more time. You know, it's talking about, it said UK backs Tinubu Ecowas stance on Niger. That is it. Let me read a bit. Just there is something I want to bring here. The United Kingdom foreign. Okay, let me start from here. Briefing State House correspondents after an audience with President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa Abuja, cleverly said. That is, cleverly is UK Foreign Secretary. Cleverly said, we touched briefly on the situation in Niger. I made the point that the UK very much welcomes Ecowas and his and Tinubu's indeed decisive action. His strong commitment to democracy and the unambiguous message that violence is not the means to bring political change in any circumstance. And this man is a liar. He said violence is not the means to bring political change in any circumstance. But a flashback, take this cleverly. The British Foreign Secretary, you know, when when they lie to Africans because they think that all of we are monkeys. We don't reason. Go to Google English Revolution, please. You will see how they killed when the English glorious revolution of 1688. When King James II was deposed and the constitutional monarchy established under William III and Mary II. It was through violence. Because without this type of positive violence, a country can never advance. Go to French Revolution. You see them in action. Do you know that they executed England, they executed Charles I in 1649? They hanged him. Do you know that? In 1649. Because when a system continues, and people found out that this system is corrupt, they can never develop through the system. Instead, it is their ruling class, the politicians that are advancing and being rich and wealthy. They have the people. A time comes, people will rise up. But this man said, no, under no circumstances that violence is not the means to bring a political change in any circumstance. He's a liar from the pit of hell. Study history, you will see it. England is what they are today because they underwent all these. Sometimes when the people become tired, they will invade and they will take away their monarchs. They will invade and kill some of their monarchs. And now the new order will bring something new and add the people. The House of Commons was added through violence. So it's a political change. All this, their democracy. Africa should be careful of this European imposed democracy in Africa. It is another, the very, that is the Neocolonialism. Another slavery. I'm telling you. Anything you talk, no, you wait until go through the go through the polls. Go through polls. You can never have the new democracy without discipline. It is impossible. And the Africans that did well, it is not through this so-called European imposed democracy. No. They did something different. Thomas Sankara is number one. Is an example. Gaddafi is an example also. During Gaddafi time, Libya was living far more better than many Western European countries. Do you know that? They were living far more better than many Western European countries. It's factual now, but they have come to destroy it. Now they impose democracy. Libya is enjoying democracy, a Western imposed democracy. So they love it when they stigmatize the Niger Republic as the poorest country in the world. When they want to change their life, to advance, they say, no, bring them back to impose this our puppets. If you are annoyed, or you wait till after his tenure, you vote in another person. Before you vote in that person, it is not your vote that counts. It is the Europeans, the West, that put any stooge, any person that comes through the polls, it is their stooge. It's their stooge. You know that? Unless the person goes there and hijack it, like Paul Kagame did, and rebel against the West. Otherwise, going every time 4 years or 5 years is a cycle upon cycle of deception. This man is lying here because he's talking to Neanderthals. That's why no challenge. This Beverly or Cleverly is clever. Is his name? Is clever. He told Tinubu that no, his strong commitment to democracy. Look at Tinubu and democracy. And the unambiguous message that violence is not means, is not the means to bring political, is by no means, is not the means to bring political change in any circumstance. And he is a pathological liar. You ask him, I don't know why you don't have a journalist in Nigeria. They'll ask him, Oga, but Britain went through different revolutions, stages of revolutions. People rebelled against their governments, their corrupt governments, and even sometimes the people take over, the military took over power. People came out to people's power. They imposed and they killed their politicians. Now, what do you call that? Is it not violence, sir? Oh, democracy. They streamline us, they control us through this word democracy. If you talk, no, we don't want to be labeled anti-democracy. That is how the world is. That is the world order. Everybody behave yourself. No, we don't want to be labeled by America as anti-democracy. And with that democracy, how is our head now, coach? Is she there, yeah, in so-called democracy? Is she there, yeah? We are dying in deserts in order to go to Europe. In Mediterranean Sea, Africans, they don't concern them, but you have the democracies now. You get democracy. No, they program those that are coming into office. That look, you have to make English or French compulsory in your educational curriculum. Make our languages compulsory. But the main subjects of agriculture, of chemistry, biology, no, it's optional. Let them not even do it. You understand? But to make language compulsory, so that you do, what are you doing in mass com? You know how to speak good English. We need to change the status quo. Therefore, our lines are open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a first caller, Mazi. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There we
Good evening.
There we
Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom. My name is Mazi. I'm calling from Austria, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as Austria National PRO. Mazi Jonathan, all that you said this evening, we keep on listening to this voice, crying in the wilderness, that our people should learn and understood exactly what is coming after us and how we can be able to, to put ourselves together to fight these invaders so that they will run away, run back where they came from. The truth about what you have said this evening, you to whenever you speak and you speak and speak, I mean, you feel like going on. I'm telling you honestly speaking, I know how frustrated it might be sometimes. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi has spoken to our people in one broadcast that he was so frustrated. That program was not finished. He abandoned that program on the middle of the broadcast because people know how to frustrate people. You will say it after 5 minutes. They will forget about everything that you said to them. The truth about it is that the African people have realized that we cannot continue this way, the way the European, this Western programmed Africa. They are making us taking every resources in our land, developing their place, make some individuals, so-called idiotic politicians, make them rich with our own resources, and ask them to take the so-called black idiot man that call himself a police or army to keep on guiding one man against his own people. kill my mama, they will be looking at you and be laughing. They want me. After God have mercy upon you, you cross the Mediterranean Sea, you didn't die, you make it and jump over the other side, you begin to shout hallelujah, giving testimony. But you forgot that there were times, hundreds of the same brothers and sisters in the same boat, that maybe out of them is only to survive. This is what we are passing through. Our home is pursuing us. But the time has come that we must continue to let the people, they must leave us alone to decide our future. And Mazi, please, this man, they call it, I don't know, they call it Nato. I cannot understand why this man saw his hand in corruption. Corruption of the so-called injustice. But call themselves the family of Mazi and the country. Working for everybody, working for somebody that is against Mazi and the country. Stand sitting down in front of Arise television, saying that the followers of this man that we have tried to let the whole world know that the criminality of this man being sponsored by Nigerian government is not the same thing with us. He has never been an IPOB member. I can never be an IPOB member. He is the chief of autopilot and the so-called criminal government in SI. He's not part of us. And as the McCoy is telling the world, the killings of this guy, all their atrocities is committed in Biafra land, killing pregnant women, destroying the uncles of our mothers, killing people in positions at home through Nigerian states and Nigerian government. To realize the country is something that he's not part of. This man is saying that he's representing Mazi and Kanu, he's a lawyer, saying the criminal this guy is committing. That the followers of this guy is the same followers of Mazi and Kanu. What? Where is this guy? Order. After what you want to tell me, people are around here. For people to know that what you have been saying about this man. When we come after somebody, Mazi and Kanu say, we will allow you to bring your head up. It's multiple trending. He's not worthy. He's not worthy to be anything around Mazi and Kanu. He's a betrayer. And we must follow him number to number until all the evil has been committed against Mazi and Kanu. Looking up, this is the kind of man. Then what Mazi and Kanu is in discussion to this everybody. This is why Odu said everybody, I know the heart of Mazi and Kanu. I can go into his heart and take in whatever inside his heart. Because he is getting information from this Odu share. This family decided to be working with somebody that is against their brother. That when their brother is dead in the custody. Any hand that planning evil against Mazi and Kanu, that hand was wither. And they said, never see tomorrow. This man asked no for Namu, but only the sort of secret. The God that created this man, Mazi and Kanu, said he must accomplish what he come for before he can be able to go back where Chineke come here. He will be alive. And all of us together. Biafra will come before the eyes of the enemy. Mazi, may God bless you, my brother. We must continue to expose this people. IPOB, we are unshakable. We are over 120 countries all over the world. We are unshakable. Mazi and Kanu is our supreme leader, and the head of the US, Mazi is here representing Mazi and Kanu. We are going nowhere. They are friends to work. I'm here. Thank you, Mazi.
There were, of course, I know here. We are here. That's it. We go nowhere. This movement we are here. It doesn't matter what they want to play, the pranks they are playing. We are equal to the task. They will understand the reason why. You know, we have turned the abomination of being scattered all over the world to blessing to us. That's it. Caller on WhatsApp, Mazi Joe. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Mazi, can you hear me? Just
Mazi.
go on, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Am I coming out clear?
Yes, you are. Go on.
Okay. Mazi, there was something you said about, some people calling and trying to, what they always say, that they're enjoying the program. This program is not meant to be enjoyed. This program is meant to, your program on Radio Biafra, mostly Saturdays, is like a course in the university, learning about our Biafran humanity as we are. But on the other hand, I will not blame most of them that say such things, because especially people from calling from the zoo, they are used to this stereotyped how do I put it, comedies that are happening, that the comedians are always doing. So to them, they feel it is like that. This is a matter of fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom is not a joke. It's not a joke. And our people should understand that the war is on. The war is at our doorstep. They are fighting against us. This is a silent war. This is a silent war that is being fought against us. Our land, Anibu, has been turned into a land of sacrilege where pregnant women are killed, women are molested, raped, boys are killed, and all their organs are vested for Europeans. Also, Mazi, on the current issue of the coup in Niger, Mazi, there is this when this reawakening started, people never understood what it meant, especially many African youths that are still being held in this Christianity of a thing. Many of them are so comfortable where they are. They are comfortable where they are. They go to church, they give money. From Monday to Saturday, they are going to church. And yet, with no results. 24 hours prayer cannot bring light. 24 hours prayer cannot bring a good third road. 24 hours fasting, 30 days fasting cannot change anything. Nothing. Prayer cannot do anything. It is with this brain and the hand that Chukwuka has given to us that we will use to, look for to live with better amenities for the people. Yes. There are some buildings they are building in this my area close to where I live. You will see like a 5-story building under 6 months is finished. And if you go to that place, you cannot even see the people that are doing it. But every day when you are passing, you are seeing that this building is moving. They have not put windows, glasses, doors. One day we just see that people are entering there and coming out. But in the zoo where we come from, even some of the youths do not understand what it means that the current president, Tinubu, who forfeited his properties in America to come back to rule, they don't see any bad thing. They don't see any bad thing what he did. To them it's normal, because that is what poverty has cost for them. That has made them to understand that I beg, the guy don't chop his own. Make me say if I wait for the day where I go chop my own. This is the mentality that has been gifted to Africa. especially Nigerian youths, that does not understand what freedom is all about. There was a woman that was talking, she said since when she came to Africa, she's from the US. She said when she came to Africa that whenever she wants to eat mango, she will just go to a tree, pluck one. Whenever she wants to licorice, she will just go and pluck one. She said that thing cannot happen in America. Never.
Mazi, people don't understand the type of blessing that thing is. It is directly from the source. Directly. Organic food.
Yes. Exactly. The woman was complaining that she has never seen freedom before, that since when she stepped her leg into precisely Ghana, that she now enjoyed what freedom is, that she is free to walk anywhere without even slippers or shoes. She can go into the bush, pluck whatever she wants to pluck, she will eat, Nobody was molesting him to pay tax. No police was there to molest her as a black, as a Afro-American that she is. Our people in Africa don't understand what freedom means. Listening to that woman made me to understand that our African people, especially the youths in Nigeria, don't understand that freedom is priceless. Freedom is priceless. Freedom is the most beautiful thing on this in this world that we are living in. Why do we want Biafra? Because we that are here are seeing in the next 20 years, 30 years with Biafra, we are seeing ourselves, shifting to another paradigm of development. Probably in a state like Anambra, we see like about 50-story buildings with different apartments of 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, catering for people, for families. Those that don't have work can be paid every month. Workers will be, taken good care of. There will be roads. Mazi, it is really so sad that instead of all these our Igbo youths to think, but they are so enmeshed into believing that comedy, going to all these programs, they will sit down, they will be laughing. They are laughing away their lives. Fulanis don't have time for that. Fulanis, what they want to do is to take over the land. Anybody that does not conform to Islam, they kill the person. Life goes on. Look at them. For years, what Uthman Danfodio said how many years ago, they are still following it. They are following it to the latter. That philosophy of what Sir Ahmadu Bello spoke about, they are following it to the end. Yet, our people don't know that even Lagos has been taken over by the Fulanis. Look at Dangote, who built a river on the edge of their land with the Atlantic Ocean. It is gone. There's nothing they can do about it. But Mazi, no matter what they do, Biafra is here. Dalo Mazi.
There were Mazi. Thank you very much. Of course. Biafra is here. That's it. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There were Mazi. Welcome to the program.
Good evening. I can hear you, Mazi. Our HOD, you people are wise. Mazi, let me quickly contribute my own quarter on your program. Mazi, to tell you the facts, that interview being granted by this channel Rise station by this House of Demba rep, this Iruchim Poison. Mazi is very, very, sad because I don't know why this man, trying to make himself an enemy of what he don't know how the thing not been informed. Now, granting him that interview and telling the channel Rise station that the Ekperima boys, they are IPOB members. Mazi, in fact, that interview really, in short, I was so much annoyed. And let me use this media and ask that out of them, but that Iruchim Poison. Whether him himself, are you a member of IPOB? The answer is no. You are just a legal team. You are just a lawyer. Now you are not a member, and you are trying to interfere to the organization movement that you are not one of them. It's very bad. That man has to pay for damages for granting that interview. He must pay for damages by linking those criminals to this movement that is very pure whiter than snow. This man must pay the damages. Mazi, that one is over. Coming to the Niger queue, Mazi, I've been tweeting, telling the West African, this is the time for them to wake up, because the Westerners doesn't want our good. Then Westerners doesn't need our progress. They want us to remain in perpetual slavery. Westerners, they
Mazi, are you still there? Your listening is reconnecting.
am I coming out?
Yes, you are. Please go on. Go on.
Okay. So what am I trying to say? That the coup that is happening in the Niger Republic, Mazi, is a way of change, and I believe that if they can stand firm, and they survive and overcome those enemies which they want to use the zoo as a Ecowas to subdue them, to come against them, because that's their tricks. That's the way of these Westerners. They will not come directly. They will go indirectly, trying to use your neighbors to come and fight you. They will come indirectly, try to use your neighboring nation that is around you, and they will now telling them they should start cutting us and the ties with you people, so that the people will now start feeling the hurt by your so-called neighbors. But I want to let them know that let them stand firm, let them no shake, and I'm suggesting to them, any Western country that rise against them, let them team up and fight that their neighbors, because the enemies want to use somebody like Zoo and the Senegals and the Ghana to fight this Niger, while the Niger is looking for the way of survival. Because without doing this which they are doing now, I'm telling you, maybe by 20 years to come or 50 years to come, these Westerners will be laughing to West Africans, knowing that they are the one that keep these Western Africans poor and poor and poor forever. You can never allow them. Mazi, there's no two ways about that West Africans are rising up. Now they are now demanding their rights. Their eyes have now opened. And what makes them to open their eyes is this radio station. Because what we are preaching and what we are saying in this radio station is going far. Is entering to other Africans that have been caged by these Westerners. They are listening to what you are saying, and our message is going far and far and far. All of them are listening. Let them stand and let other West Africans join them and fight for their right and remove the hands of this Western wicked and the devilish people out of West Africa, so that West Africa will breathe again. Mazi, thank you. May God bless you. Let me pause from here. Good night, Mazi.
There were Mazi. We must continue. We are in a time of African Renaissance. That is it. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Mazi, good evening.
There were Mazi.
Yeah, my name is Akabo Pastor Okushitu. I'm calling for the Zoo Capital, Abuja. Hello?
Yeah, Mazi, go on. Go on.
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller. Honestly, I would say that I'm enjoying the program, but I'm learning a lot. Honestly, I'm learning a lot. I now know that I am a listening to. When I started following
Mazi, are you using earphone? Are you using any gadget, earphone?
Yes, I'm using earpiece. Let me remove it.
Please remove it. Remove it. It's disturbing.
Hello? Can you
Yeah.
hear me now?
Yes, it's better now. Go on. Go on.
Okay. I said, honestly, since I started listening to Radio Biafra, that was when I realized that I'm a living being. Before, I never thought I'm an equal being like the Westerner. But when Nnamdi Kanu comes into existence, championing the struggle of Biafra, I found out that I'm equal. Okay, let's take, for instance, the English they speak. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to Radio Biafra, trying to anchoring Radio Biafra, he speaks good English, showing that he's not about learning the language, that the language is not an issue. For example, why should a Westerner came to an African country like Nigeria, where we have divided languages, telling us that we should, this is exactly the language we should take as compulsory in our own institutions of learning? Then we forget our own languages. For example, as an Igbo man, when trying to write, for example, a city for a YA, we will not hear that Igbo language is compulsory. You will never hear that Hausa language is compulsory or Yoruba language is compulsory and English language is compulsory. So what means? I don't even see the reason why that should be so. If not that we are as tough as animals that they took us as. For example, look at how can in a classroom where a teacher as an African cannot be happy to express himself with his dialect and his language, to teach his people with the language they were born of. For example, I could remember back days when I was in primary school, when we were in class, they always taught us of speaking dialect, which is our own dialect. Many of us have ended up not being able to speak that our dialect, which is wrong, which is a wrong thing enough. Okay, let me also comment to what the so-called clever, the idiot came to Abuja. What he was saying. He tried to support the Abuja, the so-called idiot, the Tiffany himself. I don't see anything. These are Westerners. This is what they have to do. They are trying to cover up their shame. That's what they have come today. Because of we are also as daft as animals. We are credible as we don't analyze news. We don't even think. Our ability to think as poor. That is just the fact, and that is just the truth. That's the reason why all these things are happening. Okay, what is wrong that Malians choose to take their destiny into their hands? There's nothing wrong about that. That's what it is. Bloodless kill. Nobody was killed. I don't even find any reason why they should gang up. Okay, for example, he is talking about democracy. Okay, let's look it in a pure gun. Did we practice democracy? The so-called last election that was conducted in this, it's not even people queue is not up to it. You take it, whatever you think you can do, you should do it. And what we think, what is rubbish? Which is rubbish, a blood at that. The US themselves, they know everything about it, but they can't come out because they have planned. They have planned on their possible ways to continue from where they have stopped from the problem. So I don't think, the Africa, I think it's time for us to wake up. I'm calling on my African brothers, based on religion, based on whatever, put all that aside. Focus. Let's liberate Africa first. We are as equal as these white people. We are beside head. We are even more stronger than them. I don't even know the reason why they should be playing Lord over us. I can remember some back in history they said that's why sometimes if I go through the history of the so-called Loluga, I used to remove the Lord. I don't pronounce Lord. I put Luga. There's nothing like Lord because it's not Lord. Okay, if I should call him Lord, that means whenever I'm trying to pray unto my Lord God, I also put Lord. That is equivalent to Lord, to my Lord God. So I put that aside. Okay. For example, the previous scholar called fellow, what makes him he's just an idiot. He's just a religious lunatic. He's nothing. So all these titles are being brought by the Westerners. It shouldn't mean we have our own way of giving title to others. It's our darling. When you are being called like addressing me as yes, fully I'm mad. You can't take that away from me. So I don't know. All these Africans should just get up. They should just rise up. It's time for us to put every other thing aside. The religion they brought to us, everything they brought to us, and focus on our destiny. Because our destiny is in our hands. For example, you go to church, like what you said before, they've been ripping us long time ago. You go to church, you pray for miracle. Where can they come? For example, miracle cannot give us life. It can't give us good food. Even in the zoo capital, you will see poor people. In the federal capital, you will see poor people. It can't give us life. It can't give us food. You see on Sundays, you see people going to church. You see they are going to pray to God. All that doesn't make them. It's consequential. We are chasing shadow, living what our heart is on fire and we are chasing rat. After all, put it stop back. Raise you as humans and think about our future. This is all I have to say, Mazi.
There, Mazi, you said it honestly. Thank you very much. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on direct line. There, Mazi. Go on, please.
Can you hear me?
Mazi, go on, please. Go on.
Okay, let me go on. I think if you can hear me, let me go.
Go on, Mazi. The whole world is hearing you. Go on.
Okay, sir. Let me hear you. Let's pretend God brings our leader out. That's number one. And the let's pretend God faithful as to God and the will just as their way. Common sense. Pretend common sense. Because we want to be free. That is why this structure has been placed. Your people should God release our leader. We did that before, but in the but you are the creator of human beings. Your people are dying. Your people will perish in Nigeria. It doesn't take time. Don't delay that. You need to tell them now. Let's all be release our leader now. And the United Nations release them now. Before this Nigeria upon the whole world to die. Then I think it's the same. If you're going to want to bring then Second Chronicles chapter 1. From Second Chronicles chapter 34, from verse 1 to 8. And the Second Chronicles chapter 35, from verse 1 to 8. Then the Second Chronicles chapter 34, verse 39, very important from Satanic. King Josiah. And then Jonathan. How to be a witness today? Everybody things that try to bring our leader out, we did that in time. None of them will attempt to be what of to go to Canada that is coming upon Nigeria. Let's go for. Let's go now. I tell you, Mr. Mayor, when you're again, man, I have a little like the man. Manaka, Manori, Manafo, Manampo, yeah. Oje,
we must continue. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on signal.
I can hear you.
There, Mazi.
Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I greet you. My name is Mazi Bona. Mazi, thank you for your analysis. What we are doing is recording all over the world. Talking about the criminal lawyer. the leadership of IPOB, who lead and who follow, has taken the decision about him. He has been declared personal non-grantor. So if he's doing what he's doing and think he can bring criminality into what we are doing, he doesn't know that what we are doing, our leader told us that nobody has done it in this world. And even after we have gone, people will feel and think that we should live forever. So IPOB is a unique movement. We can bring criminality into what we are doing and succeed. This also goes to those who feel they can clinch through one broader relation or what nonsense to come to begin to use what we are doing for personal aggrandizement. You are mistaken because you are in the wrong trend. You better jump out and go and join Tinubu. Today he is nominating ministers. So go and play your card so you can give one of the ministers, because Nigeria has remained a shithole and they have refused to even think for themselves, most especially the populace. I don't blame the politicians anymore. Like Mazi, what you're explaining about the Western difference and the Western powers in Africa. Yes, thank God the African Renaissance time is what we are in today, because there comes a time in life where people come out to defend what has been kept for centuries. This is the generation that has come to change the status quo, because it's also a generation that started this conquest of Africa. So it will also take a generation to end it, and this generation has really not to do what they have to do. But because Nigeria is a failed, even Nigeria is not a country, rather is a contraction that was created for the purpose of the role it's playing today in West Africa. It's only in this country, since I was born, that I have never seen any Nigeria or any African country gather themselves, the African masses in their different countries gather themselves to protest against the injustice happening to their neighboring African country. When their brothers in the other country are being killed, you can't see them come out to rally and call for protest and say, no, stop. But when something happens in England, you see them protesting. They have given Tinubu the power so that he will continue to keep Nigeria down for the interest of the West. Let him go now to what's it called, to Niger, to go and give order. He's giving order. A country that you cannot even protect your territory, you want to go and fight a external war. Today, man, they are speaking about, so if not hundreds of Nigerian soldiers are resigning, they have tested their resignation letter. It's happening. People are running from the military because of the people are fed up with them. These are evil people, killers and criminals in power. The same people, the same people, they don't change. Look at all their nominees, all the ministerial nominees they are doing. The same line of criminals that have looted their state and their local government. These are the people they are elevating. Because the people that call themselves the Nigerian population are people who live in acrimony. They hate themselves. Their only focus is the hatred of Igbo man. This is the reason why somebody from a very woman in River State I saw on social media today, I feel like crying, but I won't cry for them, because an elderly man that has called himself a foolish person remain a foolish person. An elderly man with red card, because he addressed himself as a king. Speaking Igbo language, using Igbo to tell his fellow Igbo brother that Omoma is not Igbo. That for the fact they share boundary with the Igbo people does not make them Igbo. I was ashamed of the man, because he's a father and he will grow up children. What type of children do you think that kind of a man will grow up that will bring what we are looking for in a society? This is where the problem lies. So much injustice has been done. These Westerners, what they did to us, all the quota issue that quota and issue like this, losing what they have done to us is a serious job that requires people with mental resilience, not people who jump from one wagon to another. Here we abide by the rules of command and control. Secretary of State, headed by Mazi. You that is going to anywhere you're going to go and say IPOB has other leadership. That means you know who you're referring to. You're not referring to IPOB or Mazi. This is why we have separated you from what we are doing, because you're removed. Our leader called all of you a move. All the busybody, when you want to speak on national issue, you speak vibrantly, but just to read out the instruction our leader gave you on a paper to the whole world, I see you a learned lawyer stammering like a criminal that you are, because you don't want to vomit what you have swallowed. But our leader, he's a pure man. He can't be close to him and begin to perpetrate criminality. We just send you the message to expose you to the world. You're one man now. The whole world has seen you. You're not in the market. But at the end of the day, where will you end? Along the chain. Mazi, let me end this here. Continue what you're doing on Abba. And we are not here to do TikTok. We are not here to do what is it for prank. This is a serious business.
Pause.
The respect of Biafra is a serious business. Serious on what we are doing there, man.
There war. Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? I don't know. Caller on direct line for the last time. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. No. It's not hearing me. I don't know why. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Welcome to the program.
Good evening. Yeah.
There, Mazi.
My name is Mazi, calling from Iguacha, to be precisely. Mazi, I want to throw more light on individual survivor. These people, they did something to us from the beginning of, let me say, after the war. Do you know, after the war, things were very tough, even to the extent of the relief material brought, according to my father. The relief material that the missionaries brought. Do you know that the so-called bishops and of mostly Methodist Church helping the people, the Biafrans that is in need? Most of them use material, the ceiling, hide them. Most of them get spoiled there. Even the people did not see. These are the people today we see as man of God. People praying for us, delivering us, doing all kinds of rubbish. And the man of God. These people, they did a lot of rubbish to us. Do you know that this issue of individual survival?
Mazi, your connectivity is too bad. Please, you need to call back. Caller on direct line. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Let me see. Caller on direct line, please. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
I'm clear.
There, Mazi, go on. Welcome to the program. Go on, please.
Okay.
Good evening, Biafrans. Good afternoon, good night, whatever time zone a day. My name is Judo Kafo. Judo Kafo is from Agbo. Agbo is in Anioma. Anioma is Biafra land, and Anioma people are Igbo people. Mazi, Jonathan, I so much thank you very much for your programs. I so much thank you the way you are educating us every day. And I so much thank you for standing Gidigba. You keep it no matter what. I so much thank you. And I thank DOS the most. I thank DOS very well for taking care of this global movement that Chukwu Okike Abiyama has ordained from heaven. I thank them so much for not falling in the hand of the enemy. I thank them so much for making sure that IPOB structure is protected. I thank Kiko Dosian. I thank you very much for moving on, for doing what you are doing, for not hearing the word of our enemy, for not slowing down, but you keep moving. I thank you. You are indeed a leader. On behalf of our leader, you are doing the right thing. You are incorruptible. They can never corrupt your mind, not corrupt your personality. You are Ezigbo Chineke. Chukwu Abiyama bless you. And I thank our DOS again. Mazi China Sanworu Okarine Yima Dimpa Yaiwo Iwoke Nemon Ezioku. You are whiter as white as snow. According to our leader, want to say that IPOB is whiter than snow. You continue to do the good work that our leader wants you people to do, irrespective of everything, the lies and everything that our enemy has been doing to put IPOB down. You people continue to stay strong to make sure this Biafra that we are looking come to pass. And the only people that can bring us Biafra is IPOB. Our leader has said it many times that IPOB is in charge. That we can only get Biafra through truthfulness, not lies. We can never get Biafra by getting up 6 o'clock in the morning and videoing empty street and saying we are sitting down 2 weeks. We can never get Biafra by killing our own. We can never get Biafra by lies upon lies upon lies. We can never get Biafra. I love the way DOS are moving. I like the way they are doing what they're supposed to do. We are DOS. We are behind you. Radio Biafra London and IPOB Community Radio, where we worship Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who is our God. Radio station has been open. How long do they last? 6 months. They go down. How many I will talk? Radio Biafra International down. Oh, Radio Voice down. Radio Biafra South Africa down. But only one station remains, Gidigba. Only one station that is being ordained by Chukwu Okike Abiyama. And that is why we genuine Biafra. That is where we worship our ancestors, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. I thank all the genuine IPOB around the world for standing strong. We keep singing about Biafra. Keep talking about Biafra. Keep putting about Biafra. Not minding the lies and the infiltrators and the world, the enemy outside and the enemy within. IPOB is unshakable. IPOB is unshakable. IPOB is intact. IPOB is one. We know who we are, and we know who is our member. We know who is the real IPOB. When they talk, we know who they are. And that's why we will always support and protect our leader. Our leader will surely come out. Our leader will surely come out in the name of Chukwokika Abiyama. And only IPOB will take us to the promised land. Only IPOB will drive this journey to the end. No other one. No other one except IPOB. Our leader said, on my behalf, Tito Dozian is the one we should follow and listen to. And that is why Abaribe again regret the something that our leader said, that when he met Oyendu said the only man that is representing him is Mazi, Chico, Dozian, HOD, and TOS. They are the one representing him. Abaribe said that. So anyone that is saying woto, a prime minister of a country in the dream, a country that does not realize to be a nation, we already have it. You already say you are a prime minister. Shame. Some of you, the only people we know that are speaking for we now is DOS. And that is the final say. Mazi, thank you very much for this program. May Chukwokike Abiyama bless you. May Chukwokike Abiyama bless all IPOB around the world and all Biafrans in general. For all of us, we live to witness and see Biafra in our time. In the name of Chukwokike Abiyama's name, I pray. He said, thank you, Mazi.
There were Mazi. There were caller on signal. Let me see. Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, I can hear you. Good evening, sir.
There were Mazi.
Yes, good evening, great Biafrans all over the world. My name remains Mazi Kwachiwezia Wisdom. Mazi Kwachiwezia Wisdom is from my province, Biafra land. Mazi, I'm here to tell you that we are really learning from what you're teaching us. I don't miss your programs. I don't. Mazi, I'm here this night to comment on some of the analysis, most and foremost from the development in Niger. And I want to tell our people, we must rise up to stand with them because they are now fighting like us. And I want to tell our people in Nigeria Army, all the Biafrans in the Zoological Republic Nigeria Army, if you know what is good for you, if Nigeria starts a war with Niger, never, if they send you to go and fight a war in Niger, don't you go. Never you go. If you try, if you go, they will kill you. I'm telling you, any Biafra that will go to the war to go and fight his African brother to protect the interests of the West, which are the people that subjugate us, you know, that are maltreating us since from 1914 to date. If you're a Biafra in Nigeria Army, you go to Niger to go and fight the Niger people, you will die there. So if you know what is good for you, if they send you to go and fight, don't you go. You just take your rifle, go back to Biafra land, because we are going to defend the land of Biafra and not to defend the territory of the zoo. Remember that Niger is where the Zoological Republic are building. They are, instead, any development they will bring to Biafra land, they will send it to Niger. So allow them to go and die in Niger, because I believe the Nigeria army going to Niger will finish them up. I'm telling you. The so-called Ecowas, what have Ecowas done for we the Africans? They have never done anything for we the citizens of Africa. So Ecowas country, if people know what is good for you, never you people go to that war to protect the imperialism. Because if you want to continue this new colonialism in Africa, it can never happen. Ecowas, if people will go to that war, people will fail. I thank God the country we are here, they never make a speech, and I believe they're not going to that war. I'm telling you the truth, they can never go. So Mazi, we are telling our people that we should rise up this time around to stand with any other African country that want to be free, because Then during the coup, they want to be free from the West, and we supported them. We can never stand against them because we can never stand against those fighting for their freedom. And another thing, those Europeans, I want to tell you people started fighting in Ukraine. You people should go and finish that fight in Ukraine. Never you people think coming to Africa. The war you people started in Ukraine, you people should go and finish it. Never you come to Africa. We don't need you people. We don't need you people. Enough is enough. All the resources you are taking from Africa, we want to put an end to it. Your people, your citizens are enjoying, and we that have the resources, we are suffering. Some we don't have electricity. Look at our youth. After school, they will not get employment. Yeah? So we are tired of your nonsense in Africa. People should pack and leave Africa alone. And any African country that will come to fight against their own brother, God thunder, the land of Africa will rise against you. The land of Africa will destroy because you want to fight to protect the interests of the West. That land that you go to stand to fight, the people will reject you. I'm telling you, we are in Africa and we want to be free. And we are telling also Aloy Ejimako, enough is enough for him. Everybody has seen the kind of person you are. Some people are protecting you, but since I find out the kind of the person that idiot is, I'm the one attacking him because that man is very useless. He is the one causing all the confusion in DOS. You want to cause confusion. You want to bring this struggle down. But we, this generation of Biafra, this generation of IPOB, we can never allow anything that will bring this DOS down, anything that will make this struggle to scatter. We can never allow it. Instead, we are going to put our blood to make sure that this, what we are fighting for must come to an end. And with the end is the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra and the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So anybody coming to cause confusion, we know that Simon, but those people, the West are also using it. It's not only even Nigeria government. The West are supporting that useless guy. That is why immediately our leader was rendition. BBC is the first people to announce that useless guy to be the leader of IPOB, in this time of Biafrans, that our eyes have opened. That idiot from somewhere that don't know what is happening in IPOB, we come and intro himself as a leader of this struggle, and we listen. We that have been suffering for how many years? So that idiot in Finland, if you people the West like anyhow you people want to use it, we are Biafrans, and remember that we are the most intelligent race on this earth, and we must make use of it right now. We are not backing down. Is Biafra or Biafra? We must restore Biafra. This generation of Biafra must restore Biafra. So anybody people want to use to cause confusion in Biafra land, or to, you people have failed woefully, we can never take it, because enough, in fact, enough is enough. That is what we said. And we will stand shoulder to shoulder with all our brothers in Africa. And I believe that they will reciprocate also in that manner. Thank you, Mazi, for picking my comment.
Hello, Mazi. Emmanuel. I'm calling from Paris. But the special, I don't want to just mention is concerned. You remember these people now who went in, the reason why they killed Kens, take over whatever we have. Chukwu Okike Abiama did not, receive this breeze of changes. When you go, you see them Dali people, all of them were just dancing. What you just read now concerning just said, that is another together, because him too, them too, they are under, as he's hitting now, or going to patch this Nigeria that is unworkable. Whenever he's talking about Britain, not their government, to deserve this kind of thinking. What is so Germany even committed a heavy atrocity in this world. But look at Germany today. All of them rallied around and they rebuked Germany. But the war they brought to Biafrans was that the war, they brought it to us. We were on our own. They brought the war to us. The massacre up to 10 million people died. And it's still yet, Britain still not yet been satisfied. They are still holding us. They are still holding us down in making sure that we cannot breathe. But this time we are asking them for, they have been peddling everywhere, is now, falling down one by one. Mazi is a pity. But I only thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for remembering us, for bringing IPOB. Because without IPOB, Mazi, we are gone. Nigeria will automatically turn to Turkey. It will even be worse than Turkey. I'm telling you. But thank God for IPOB. Mazi, I appreciate what you people are doing on this very hallowed platform. You have been another, at least you are very, you had a very committed one, and we appreciate whatever you are doing. It's not easy. We also want to, I want to warn also these people, these so-called lawyer, but I don't want to go more further there. But Mazi, let me just stop for now, because that person, I don't want to, mentioning their name on this very hallowed platform, it pains me a lot. But let it be like that for now. Thank you very much, Mazi.
There were Mazi. Thank you very much. This is where I'm going to stop picking calls. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we must soldier on, because we have no back to go. Our enemies want to keep us subjugated forever. What they are doing in Africa is exactly what Hitler wanted to, the policy of Hitler for Africa. I am telling you, making Africa a farmland, whereby that is source of raw material. Is it not what the West is implying? I mean, the policy they are maintaining in Africa, but through diplomacy, through different way, imposing caretakers, their agents as caretakers on the population, making them rich, using a system, maintaining a system that, a system that made sure, a system that makes sure that their interest is maintained. I mean, the Western interest is maintained in Africa forever. But it is high time that we, as Africans, take charge of our destiny. I saw in a video whereby President of Uganda, Museveni, he was complaining. He talked about their one time during the time of Libya, the beginning of Libya crisis, that 6 African presidents wanted to go and mediate before the imposition of American war or European war, Sarkozy war, French war, that assassinated Gaddafi. 6 African presidents entered a flight from Mauritania, Nouakchott, and they were ordered, the plane was ordered to go back. 6 African presidents to go back. And some people in that auditorium were clapping and laughing, but some are having a deep thought. Very sad. 6 African presidents in a flight in African soil. They are being ordered by NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. An organization formed by America, the West, after the Second World War. The West ordered them to go back, to go back. And do you think it's funny? It's not funny. It's never funny. It's never funny. Which means we are still in direct colonization. But it is high time we have a retrospect. There is no way we can be together without respecting ourselves. What I mean, respecting our differences. Europe today, they are together. Why? They formed the European Union after organizing, making sure that they have their nations, different nations, with respect, equality. Now they come together in order to form pan-Europeanism or pan-Europe. The same way Africa should be. When we talk about the restoration of Biafra, some people are saying, no, Africa should be one. So why are you dividing? Why are you separating? And they laugh. There will be no way we shall be one. Africa will be one. With some people subjugating others, humiliating others as they are doing Biafrans. Look at how much they are reaping from Biafra. Through only through illegal checkpoints only. 600 billion since January this year till now. 600 billion naira. You understand? $1 billion almost. You see that? How can we be happy when you're under subjugation of Africans also? And you say, we have to be one. How can we be one? We need to get liberated and get respect, sovereignty. Now we deal with ourselves as equals. Now we come together in order to chart a way for the real pan-africanism. That is the only thing. After all, in Europe, some European countries are not up to 500,000. Some countries are not up to 500,000 in population. Does it mean that they are not together? They are together, but with respect. We have to respect our differences. That is the thing. We shouldn't allow the caliphate to be imposing on us, destroying our own way of life, to make us to be almajiris. And you think that we have to be one like that? No, that is forceful one. That is like one Nigeria. Making the phrase shouting one Nigeria. Does it make Nigeria to be really one? The answer is no. But once there is respect, once we deal with each other as equals and with respect, allow each other to practice their own system of life, that time you will get genuine oneness. You understand? Biafra is our religion, is our identity. Our supreme leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the head of the Directorate of States of the Indigenous People of Biafra remains Mazi Chike Doziem. There is nothing like disciples of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or followers of Mazi Nnamdi. We are a movement, a family. Therefore, any person that is trying to put mouth in what he doesn't know or what he thinks that is like Nigeria system, you can talk anything and get away with it. No. In IPOB, we treat you, there is no forgiveness in our dictionary. We remember everything, we don't forget. That is it. Therefore, we must continue making sure that our focus is realized, our goal is realized. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Organic